Hello, Doomer. Welcome back. It's July 15th, Monday. I'm just going to talk. About to start dinner, and I had some things on my mind. Living out here in nature, I reflect on some past experiences I've had living in the cities. What can you take from this? I guess you aren't alone. We all seek and crave emotional connection and meaning to our lives, whether they are fabricated or given to us by other people. I'm not complaining. Look, I have what I sought after, a little slice of heaven here in the wilderness. You know, that's a phrase. I'm not religious. But I have Una and a great community of people around the world. I should say superb group of people. Steady employment, mostly good health. And still, because I'm human, there feels like that part of me is missing, and it's not family. I've distanced myself from the narcissistic abuse I've encountered in my lifetime. Individuals who did not do the self-work of reflection, instead chose, like so many, to participate in psychosis, tune out of reality, think that other people don't matter, and I find that simply unforgivable. I resist being narcissistic. I flip my insides out and try to be there for other people, being vulnerable, and it pays off in many ways. But I seek human connection. And this community provides that. I read your comments and get emails, messages from people all over the world. It's priceless. But as I'm out here in the woods, I think about several encounters I've had that I'd like to share with the opposite sex. Some of you may not be interested because you're you. And just remember that you can't have it all. And obviously I'm not in the slums in India or Uganda, Cape Town, running out of water. So many destitute places, even here in the States. Really awful third world type conditions here in communities. People, I don't know how we're getting by. Honestly, I don't know how people are living it. You know, you just go to get a grocery shop and it's like you spend $70 just buying a few things. It's fucking ridiculous. And I don't want to talk about the assassination and attempt by that incel. He should have had a better aim. I mean, just a few inches off. One of my friends was about 40 minutes from where that took place. And I've spoken with some cool guys. I have at least a handful of men I can call on across the world. Some a few states over, some literally across the world. I just spoke with my Australian friend this morning, a few years older than me, and you know, we all speak the same language. But okay, so I think of these two encounters I've had, actually multiple. You know, to say demoralizing and demeaning is just the bottom, okay? When you endure these encounters over and over in this dog-eat-dog insane world, there are too many people competing for too few resources, including mates, and everyone is single. There's a reason why our happiness score dropped 10 points among younger people around the world. Capitalism has run its gamut and reduced us to atomized slaves. Okay, this isn't an anti-capitalist rant. You know, I feel and observe just like the rest of you. All right, so I think about two encounters I had in a large city, Dallas, There was one time I went to a club, or was going to go to a club, with one of my friends from high school, and really attractive girl in her 20s with, butterfly wings on, tempting me to go talk to her, doing this little prancing around and dancing, love me, and it was so tempting. What could have that sprouted? But that was, low-hanging fruit. The next step was this gal that I saw outside the War on Drugs concert, which, if you don't know the band, the War on Drugs, they also have a concert coming up in New York, which I'm debating driving 3 hours to go see them again, because they're that good. But outside of the concert, after it was over, everybody's, pepped up from an excellent show. There's this really bodacious babe, just groovy, looked like from the 70s, with that kind of flippy hat and nice clothes, and we just walked and stared, and I had every opportunity to go over and greet her. We were making eye contact. You'll see where I'm going with all this. And I won't forget these moments, these little fleeting moments of sexual attraction. They stay with you, even when you distance yourself from what we call society and mainstream civilization, cities. They haunt you. They kind of do. What coulda, woulda happened, But I exercised, I wouldn't say discipline, because that sounds a little too extreme, but pertinence? I don't know. I resisted the temptation to talk to them or introduce myself, because I know where it would lead. I mean, that's the sad truth. When it's you and just another person, the chance that you and this person, unless you have some divine connection, and that's fabricated, you make that up. Your life path aligns with each other. It's a slim chance. And you end up I know that feeling, that shitty, awful, lonely, breaking up feeling. I've been through it so many times. I can't do it. I hate it. When you have to just sever yourself with somebody. It's so fucking painful. I mean, do I need to tell you guys that? Doomers? You guys are some of the most sensitive, caring people around. You know where I'm going with this. What matters is a community. It wouldn't have manifested it into anything worthwhile, as in long term, without a community or something to bond us together. And for some, that might be children. Having children together. That's a glue that holds the family together. But even then, I'm sure you've seen by now the videos that this Japanese guy keeps posting over and over. In the title it says, I am a 50-year-old Japanese man with a midlife crisis. Here's what I do on a Saturday afternoon. And he has a wife and 2 kids. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? Hindsight is 20/20, dude. You can't have it all, apparently. Because this guy has a seemingly attractive Japanese wife, and yet acts so depressed, posts videos of him staying up late at night, and I'm like, dude, go fuck your wife. Like, go sleep with her. Go do something. You have kids. Gen Xers, dude, what the fuck? They're all suffering with this life is meaningless crisis. I'm going off on a tangent here, but yeah, you're born, your life has no meaning. You make up the meaning to your life. Low-key facts. All right, Gen Z, you fabricate. If you want to be the best piano player, I want to be the best or the worst partner. I want to be an asshole. That's your life meaning. I wouldn't recommend it. Or I want to go help kids with the Red Cross, build homes after climate disasters. You make this up, dude. Your life, you're born just a drop in the bucket of sand in the universe. You are nothing. So I take this to heart, but still, I am human, and I have these fleeting emotional pangs of this temptation with, I can't even go into a city now. I can't imagine going back to living in a city and doing that same old song and dance of barely getting by, fighting traffic, having these fleeting sexual encounters that are just not really rewarding. Let's be honest, you have nothing to show for it after you go and rent the circus of women or men. So I'm just talking it out with you. You know, if you have a partner and you have children, a nice place, like, you are, in many regards, like, you hit the jackpot. And there's a lot of channels that are re-emphasizing this point. But you can't have it all. And I don't know, in some sense it's kind of insane. It's kind of insane. Marriage, bonding yourself together, you've been through that. If you're old enough, wise enough, you change every couple years. You go through ups and downs, and it can be a tragedy. It's like a car wreck waiting to happen. A fatal car accident. You are signing your name on the lease to have a potentially devastating life experience with said person. Of course, you can't live your life in fear. You have to put yourself out there and have experiences, and do things and not be guarded all the time. And that way you can get closer. It's this juggle. It's just so much. It's so much, dude. But that temptation is real. And like I said, these not just these women. When you're around more people, obviously, like in the city, you have these experiences, just meeting people you like to connect with, male or female. And either you can't, because capitalism has us separated in our own little fucking boxes. The inequality has just gotten so fucking bad. It's so demoralizing when you see men pull up in luxury, and women younger than you pull up in luxury vehicles that they didn't fucking work for. It's all about your zip code, where you were born. Like, don't even get me started on finding jobs and shit. Like, it's all fucking rigged. You can go apply. I've applied to thousands of jobs in my life, and there's no reason I couldn't obtain them, given my intelligence, and do the duties asked upon me. Maybe would have been worse in my 20s because I wasn't fully developed yet, but it's so fucking rigged when you have like 5,000 people applying to one job, and then you see some bro or younger chick pull up next to you, and it's worse in big cities, like I said, in affluent cities, New York City, Miami, Dallas, Fort Worth, Los Angeles. Ugh, just annoying people there, and they pull up with Mercedes, and they have attractive looking partners with them, or they're going to the gym and they're like jacked, and you're like, what the fuck did they do? What rewards them more than me? I'm just trying to apply to get a job, like driving a fucking freight truck or something, I'm not complaining. Look, I'm set. The whole thing's fucked. Okay? And I completely sympathize with you guys' vote that we deserve it. We ruined it. We ruined the opportunity to bond, to have safe and healthy relationships with each other. We're terminally ill. We were fucked from the get-go. 4.2 billion years of evolution led us to this fuckery. Straight hell fuckery. I'm not diving into trauma now. I'm not mentally ill. I feel very sane and collected. I'm just reflecting on how fucked up this world is. From an economic, political, relationships, the opposite sex, people complaining about being lonely and stuff on YouTube, saying they have no friends, all of it, dude. I'm about to go make dinner, like I said. I just want to let you guys know, if you're suffering right now, you're not. Just, it takes a helicopter approach, a different perspective to look at your situation, and not just the age-old, well, it could be worse, because I've been hearing that shit my whole life, as many of you have, but more like, nah, it's fucking over. We dug our graves so deep, and if you think you're suffering now, you're not. There's so much suffering in the pipe for us, for everybody. It's all going to be equalized to zero definitely by 2040. Okay? End of this decade, I say this over and over, our modern contemporary civilization is not going to function. Okay? And there will be mass death. That's what the science tells us. Population is not going to grow, it's going to collapse. And not because people aren't having kids, and all this stupid bullshit on YouTube, all this religious psychosis bullshit on YouTube about the population collapse, and there's that Swedish guy or something, he makes videos about it. That stuff's attractive. Stupid people gravitate towards these stupid theories when the science is staring us straight in the face, we're experiencing it. We can fucking take a picture of it. Channeling some Don't Look Up. Cringe. But yeah, we're fucking clueless moron apes. And to those of you who watched my 8-year collapse awareness video, and I wanted to clarify, when I meant acceptance, I mean acceptance of our condition and of our collapse. Okay? That doesn't, I'm over being pissed at people. I've just accepted we're ignorant. Most people are ignorant, clueless, fucking moron apes. They don't give a fuck. You could put up your fingers and say, this is 5, and they're like, that's 3, and it's fine, and it's actually about, Jupiter is moving faster. I mean, completely irrelevant they're fucking clueless. And it's pointless wasting your time getting angry. That's like an ego thing. Like, you're fueling your own anger about people's stupidity, which you can't fix. I spent years on this channel and in real life being pissed at people for not adhering to the facts, understanding the science, realizing reality, nature and reality. It's pointless. It's a futile, it's almost like a feeding ego thing. And that's what Collapse Chronicles does. He just gets, pissed, and it's a feeding your own fucking neuroses. It's like an addiction to drama. That's what it is. It gives you a high. Fuck all that, dude. Biden, Trump, the economy, fuck it all. Let it burn. Let it all burn. We deserve to lose everything because of how we treated each other, how we run things, how ignorant we are, on and on. The list goes on. So, thanks for hanging out. I know you can relate. My rants do well. You guys let me know. Sometimes I try other things and they bomb so badly. I think, what the fuck is even the point? But there's some of you that's like, you'll watch whatever. This isn't a competition. It's not my ego. But real talk, we're fucked. I'll talk to you guys later. See ya.